students, Ms. Slyman here with some notes on adding and subtracting rationals. So last time we looked at multiplying, dividing, which is actually a little bit easier than adding and subtracting because for multiplying and dividing you don't need common denominators. To add and subtract any sort of fraction you need a common denominator. So let's look at first a common denominator. If you have a common denominator, of course all you need to do is add the numerators and the denominator stays the same because it's the common one. So we've got 6 out of 8, and then we simplify is 3/4. If we have a rational expression, same sort of idea. 7 minus 3 is 4. Our common denominator is 4x. Now I can simplify. That's 1 over x. Notice it's not just x. My x is in the denominator. So let's look at these examples. Because these are the straightforward ones, I'm not going to make a separate video. So we have a common denominator, it's 3x squared, 2 plus 1 is 3 over 3x squared. That turns into 1 over x squared, and of course we should say that x cannot be 0. I should have said that up here also. Again, we have a common denominator, 3x minus the whole thing, 2x plus 5 over x plus 6. I keep going. That's x minus 5 over x plus 6. And of course, x cannot be negative 6. I'm not allowed to divide by 0. 2x squared plus 2, well, that's just 2x squared plus 2 over x squared plus 1. The top factors, x squared plus 1 over x squared plus 1. Before I cancel, I want to think about my denominator and if there's any conditions. Well, thinking about that, I want x squared plus 1 to not equal 0, but that means that x squared would have had to be negative 1, which it will never be, not if I'm talking about real numbers. So there are no conditions on this. I can just simplify and say that that whole expression turned into 2. And there's our first set if we have common denominators.